Hi, Dad. I really wanted to thank you for your Christmas present, this marvelous Mavic Mini drone. My voice sounds a little hoarse because I'm just getting over a cold, but here I wanted to show you a couple of my first test shots. This is a place called Desert Center that we were on out in the middle of nowhere. And I just wanted to make sure there was a nice clean open area to fly in to test it out. And I wanted to get some nice shots of the car. However, I found out my first mistake. The little record button is push on, push off, and I got out of sync. And every time I wanted to start a recording, I stopped it. And every time I wanted to stop a recording, I started it. So these are all sort of outtakes of all my lineup shots while I was lining up for the shot. But look how steady it is. It looks like it's on a tripod in the sky. It's just amazingly steady flight, and the gimbal, the camera is on just this perfect gimbal. You can't see any shake from the rotors or the little fine adjustment it's making all of the. Here we are backing up for the shot. I'm sort of doing the shot backwards right now to line up. What we were going to do, or what we did, was we drove into that gas station and I flew beside it, but it was not recorded. Here's a flight over our house, which I thought is just beautiful. Just coming in from Walnut Grove, where you can see all of our trees. This is sped up a bit, so that didn't take too long. But the thing is, it's so steady that you can speed it up. This is normal speed. I wanted to see if the horses were scared by it. And they're not really. They're sort of slightly curious. I think it sounds just like a big fly to them. But they just sort of looked. I didn't get too close, but they didn't seem to mind too much. Our ridgeline looks great. The camera on this thing is just gorgeous, super high res. And here, the tanks are in the dark and the mountain is fully lit by the sun. And you can see that the auto exposure nicely turns up as we look into the shadows. Here's looking down from above, where you can see the house and the barn kind of look alike from this angle. You can also pivot the camera up and down. So here I pivot to looking almost straight down. And here's the barn, a lot of missing tiles. It's like, oh, I can't see that normally. And here's the project from the outside. So you can see the retaining wall, the round part, and the new stays that we put in. I got to backfill those with dirt. There's no collision detection on this drone, so I have to be very careful not to fly into stuff. I have to keep an eye on where the power lines and trees are and make sure I don't accidentally fly into them. If you aim the camera right into the sun, you get a little bit of a lens flare, but that's okay. It can extend quite quickly. And I had no trouble coming down among all the trees. You can see me sitting on the front porch with the dogs there. It was kind of fun. I could throw a ball for the dog while flying the drone at the same time. One fun thing is I can use this thing like a tripod, but as you can see, you can track and dolly after things, so I can chase the dogs while I'm throwing a ball for them. Yeah, you can set it just above their height, so they just run right under you, so you don't have to worry about them knocking camera off the tripod. Like here, the ball. Oh, I was trying to throw the ball right under the drone, and it's just a lot of fun following them. They don't seem to mind or care about it being there at all. It's really amazing flying this thing first person because, you get confused when it's flying towards you or away from you normally when you're looking at it. But when you're flying looking at the screen, you never get confused, like in a car. See, let me show you what it looks like. See, I see what the camera sees. See that little screen down there? So here I'm in the passenger seat of that car. Susan's driving the car. This is Rob's car in Rob's neighborhood. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat right now flying this first person. I don't look up at the drone. I look at this very shot. Now, this shot is actually recorded onto a memory card and comes out in a lot better. This is flying inside. I'm indoors right now. It's so stable and easily controlled that I'm just shooting a TV inside the house. This is the Colorado River. I went out to help Rob work on his parents-in-law's house. And it was fun flying up and down the Colorado River here. Well, we're now on the California side, no houses. The other side is the Arizona side, and you can see there's lots of houses. But one thing I thought was interesting, we usually see the river sort of at this angle, where you see the reflection of the sky. However, if you look straight down from above into the Colorado River, you can see the bottom quite well. You can see streaking of all the plant life and sand and rocks. You can even see the retaining wall under the docks. You can see how deep they go down into the water. Anyway, I love this shot. It looks really neat, and you can see I'm slowly pivot up to expose the dam. But I started this flight at 100 meters and I dropped down for this shot, but I forgot that I had dropped down. So here I'm showing Parker Dam. Ta-da! There it is. And I'm all concentrating on the dam. Well, on my little screen, I couldn't see wires. And if you look carefully on this high-res version, you can see I'm flying up to wires right now. There's a bunch of high-tension wires right in front of me. And right here, I discover them. And I stop the video and stop the bird. And then I found out where the wires are. And I want to show you how close I was going to get to them. You can see there's a wire with a white ball on it. There's also a wire with a red ball on it. Look, there's the white one. These are the ground wire. Right over that ground wire there. Right. It's really wire. I'm now very scared of wires. That's me way down there. I'm flying from that little empty lot. See that one there? I just need a place where I get point-to-point, line of sight. This is the McGinty's house. That's the house we worked on. Oh, here's some telephone lines shot from above. And if you see, they're right over each other. When you look straight down from above, they make a line. It's like they laser align them. Anyway, this is me running around. Okay, this is 4x, so this is 4 times normal speed because the descent was a bit on the slower side. But one thing I like is as you land it, it automatically gimbals the camera up so that you don't smack the lens on the ground. I thought this was a really great feature, and it made me very happy. Thanks a lot, Dad. I love you.